Hello, my name is Erin Lane, and I am the guide for the weekly CEW+Inspire midweek mindfulness sits. We are currently on the summer pause, and that will come to a close in mid-August. So in the meantime, I have a recorded mindfulness practice that you can enjoy whenever the time is right for you. And today's topic will be on recognizing what you need. So, as usual, I'm going to invite you to come into a comfortable position so that we can begin our practice. Go ahead and sit on a chair or a cushion on the floor, or you can recline if that's available to you. See if you can check in with the spine, inviting length while still retaining a relaxed posture. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and uncross your legs so you can place your feet flat on the floor. And your hands can come to rest on your belly or on your lap, on the armchairs of your chair. And my next invitation is for you to lower and soften your gaze, or if you're comfortable doing so, you might choose to close your eyes. And this is the signal to the body that this is a time of going inward. Let's start by deepening the breath a little deeper than you normally breathe. Inhaling in through the nose and releasing out through the mouth. Once more, breathing in deeply and filling up your belly. Feeling the expansion in your lungs and the lift of your chest. And releasing out through your mouth as the chest lowers and the belly pulls in. Last deep breath. Let's see if it can be the deepest breath that you've taken so far today. Inhaling in. Allowing that fresh air to fill up your torso. And when you're ready, go ahead and release it out through the mouth. Now you can allow your breath to return to its normal rhythm. And in mindfulness practice, your breath can be that anchor that's always available to you, always an option for you to tune in to the rhythm of the breath in your body as a pathway back to your experience of the present moment. That's what we're doing here together. Paying attention to the present moment and our experience of it on purpose and without judgment. Now that you've allowed your breath to return to its natural rhythm, I'd like to invite you to tune in to one place in the body where it's very easy for you to to detect this movement. For some people, that is the area around the belly button, as your belly gently rises and falls. Some people find it easiest to notice the rhythm of the breath as the chest moves and the lungs expand, lifting and lowering over and over again. And for some folks, the area of the upper lip or right beneath the nostrils is a good place to choose for tuning in and focusing your attention on the feeling of the air that's passing in and out of your nose as you breathe. And again, there's no need to breathe in any special way. We're just taking a moment here to tune in and observe the body's own natural rhythm. Attention to rest, rise and fall. Inhale and exhale. One breath follows the other without any need for you to control it or change it. And as you're settling your attention on the rhythm of the breath, you might find that your mind starts to wander. Perhaps you have a long list of to-dos, or you are anticipating an upcoming meal or conversation with a friend or loved one. Maybe you even have worries, stressors, or upsetting thoughts that are popping up. If you find that your mind is getting called away, that's perfectly natural. Nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, it's an opportunity to notice the activity of the mind, and with kindness and compassion to yourself, gently shifting that focus back to the sensation of the breath in the body. And I invite you to notice as well that even when your mind wanders, breath is steady, continues on without your conscious effort. It's always right there for you as a pathway in to your awareness of the present. Each time you find that your mind is wandering, you are strengthening your mindfulness muscles by practicing noticing where your mind is going and then letting go of that thought, feeling, worry, or plan. And with kindness and compassion to yourself, gently shift your focus back to your body's experience of this present moment. Hard breath, on to the next, over and over. Now that we've tuned in for just a moment to the rhythm of the breath and settled into this present moment awareness, I'll return back to the topic of the practice today, recognizing what you need. You let go of focusing on the breath. I'll invite you to bring to mind a recent situation or challenge, something that was difficult, perhaps an obstacle, something a little bit upsetting, but probably not the worst thing that's happened to you in recent memory. And see if you can imagine the scenario that you found challenging without allowing your mind to get carried away in retelling the full story of everything that led up to that point and everything that's unfolded since. Instead, I invite you to notice when you bring this memory to mind, how are you experiencing it in the present moment? See if you can gently scan your attention over the body to notice if there are any sensations that are changing as you're recalling a recent challenge. So you notice that your breath has become more shallow, tightening in the chest or a pit in your stomach. Maybe when you bring to mind this difficult situation, your face naturally begins to frown, or your brow to furrow, or even your shoulders slump. Now again, I'll invite you to let go of this focus on the body. And with this challenge in mind, ask yourself, what did I need in that moment? When I faced this recent challenge, what did I need? And just open up to what's coming up for you. And see if you can shine the spotlight of your mind on each of these needs in turn. Sometimes it can help to remain present in this current moment experience if we name the activity going on in our mind. And so I invite you to name some of the things that are coming up for you, one at a time, noticing and acknowledging the different needs that you have in the face of difficulties. And you might say in your head or out loud to yourself, I needed compassion. I needed understanding. Needed more time. Help. There's no right or wrong answer. But see if you can notice what's coming up for you. Tuning into each need, acknowledging it, and then letting it go. Not pushing it away, not holding on to it, but allowing your awareness of that need or desire to slowly dissipate so that you can focus your attention on the next need that is coming up for you. Now that you've had a chance to acknowledge some of the needs that came up in this recent experience or difficulty, allow your attention to shift back to present moment awareness. And again, gently scan your attention over the surface of your body to see what's coming up for you. Scanning your attention over the surface of the face to see if there has been any tension entering into the muscles of your forehead, cheeks, or jaw. Checking in to see if your shoulders crept up as you recalled this difficulty, and invite relaxation back into that area of the body. And again, scanning over the torso, noticing any areas of tightness or resistance, and allowing your attention to rest on the places where you notice discomfort, inviting ease and softness. Scanning down your arms and all the way to your hands. Did your palms become clammy as you recalled something difficult you faced? Invite relaxation even into the area of your hands, all the way to your fingertips. Letting them be supported by the surface upon which they're resting, your lap, if that is the case. And as you continue to scan down across the hips, sit bones, upper thighs, area of the knee, calves, down across your ankles and your feet. And invite relaxation into the whole of your body, from the top of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes. Now see if you can ask yourself, is there anything that I need right now? What do I need right now? It might be the case that when you ask yourself this question, your thoughts turn right away to the things that you need to get done, tasks to complete, or the expectations of others. It's helpful to notice this if that's what's coming up for you. And I invite you as well to notice and let it go. And see if you can bring your focus to the area of your deeper needs. What will help you feel cared for? What feels true to you in this moment? And I invite you to offer yourself a gesture of self-compassion and comfort if you choose to do so. For some people, this might look like resting your hand in the area of your heart and feeling that comforting touch, like you would place your hand on the shoulder of a friend who needed your support. Or another option would be to give yourself an embrace, offering yourself comfort, recognizing that even though circumstances may be difficult right now, things will continue to shift and change. Our circumstances, our thoughts, our feelings, all will change and shift from moment to moment. As we bring this practice to a close, I invite you to ask yourself if there's any needs that you are noticing right now that are within your power to fulfill. Now, as we close by offering ourselves self-care, compassion, and patience, I'll invite you to shift your focus back to the room where you're practicing, allowing your awareness to shift away from the internal activities of the mind and noticing yourself in this moment, in the space where you've chosen to practice, feeling the connection between your body and the world around you, noticing the support of the chair that you're sitting on, firmness of the seat below you, the back support behind you, the solid earth beneath your feet, and notice as well if there are any textures available, perhaps where you're resting your hands. You can feel the bumpy texture of fabric or the smooth surface of your desk or table. And see if you can expand your awareness of sound beyond the sound of my voice to notice a sound in the environment around you. The whir of a fan, the murmur of a voice in another room, sound of traffic or nature outside your window. Bring today's practice to a close by gently blinking your eyes open and moving in a way that feels right to you as you get ready to move on to whatever's coming next for you. Perhaps you'd like to roll your head gently from side to side, roll your shoulders, or wiggle your fingers and your toes. Thanks so much for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you at one of the live sits in the near future. May you find many moments of mindfulness as you move through the rest of your day and your week. See you soon.